What up? Top of the top, Sunday morning. What's up? What's good? Good to see y'all this morning. Hopefully everybody feeling good. I'm feeling good this morning. Feeling great. Hopefully everybody feeling good too. Good morning, Miss Carla McWilliams. That's right. What's up, Sassy? It's Boss. Yerp. Man, Alan from the UK. What's up? The bro said he eating dinner over there. You know what I'm saying? He always on time. We in another time bracket, but you always on time when it comes to this show. All art is mental. That's right. Everything is in the mind. What up, Tommy D? What's good? I'm gonna let the people pull up like I do. Today is a good day. Like I said, man, it's been a long week. It's been a hectic month. It's still Mental Health Awareness Month. So we got to be on point out here. We got to keep our mind right. Other than that, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm laid back. You know, I've been enjoying the week and I've been relaxing. I've been thinking, you know what I'm saying? Which I got to understand. When it comes to this right here, man, it's all entertainment. Entertainment purposes only. That's it. I only come on to entertain. What I'm trying to tell you is I don't take none of this serious. Nothing that happened on social media affects my real life. You understand that? You got to dig it. You gotta smell me on that. All of this is just entertainment. And like I said, a lot of dudes be taking it too far because obviously this internet thing is your reality. It is your real life. For me, it's only entertainment. So every day I wake up, it's a new day. Every day I wake up is a new day. You know what I'm saying? So I see the people pulling up. Some of y'all going to be late. Y'all just got to catch it from the beginning. But for those that don't know, I come on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and sometime further than that. But today, I'm going to be talking about some things that's been going on. Y'all already know what's been trending. But I'm going to speak on certain things. I'm going to give my opinion. Like I tell you, there's thousands of YouTubers. There's thousands of people on the internet. Everybody got their own opinion. And I got mine. You dig? I might be the Prince of Breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Because I breaks it down. What's going on? Everybody here, good morning. I see y'all. The rest of y'all going to be Johnny come lately. But I'm going to be talking about some things today. I'm going to be talking about the YSL drama, a.k.a. the young stoner life, the young slime life, the three-letter gangs and all that. I'm going to touch on that too. About how when you got if you so-called in a street gang, you don't use those same letters for your record label. And you're gonna learn something that everybody that deals with any type of three-letter formation, they always get attacked by the three-letter agencies. It's a whole science behind that. But anyway, they say that the boy Gunna, who was signed to Young Thug, top of the Billboard charts right now as we speak. They say Gunna is going through codeine withdrawals because he was sipping that lean, that scissor, the promethazine, the hydrocodone, you know, the opioid. Yeah, he's going through withdrawals. He's ill. Same way people that use dope, heroin, whatever you want to call it, when they get locked up, the first couple of days, they be sick. They be ill. And they say that Gunna is going through withdrawals. We're going to talk about that. And this also deals with the opioid pandemic, because a lot of people think opioid is just dope, it's just heroin. No. The opioid pandemic deals with a whole lot of stuff, such as lean, Percocets, Oxycontins, Roxys, a whole lot of stuff. And that's why you got fake pills and niggas ODing. But Gunna's going through withdrawals, right? Now, they also say that Young Thug is suffering in dungeon-like conditions. But for a lot of people that's been locked up, or you know what time it is, he in a box. When you're in a box, it's like a dungeon. But I'm pretty sure in Georgia, they box is different. And the whole thing is being that, you know, Young Thug is a rich man. He's not used to these horrible conditions. I don't know if y'all seen anything from the past in ancient history. I don't care if you was a king. I don't care if you was a ruler. When you get caught, they put you in a dungeon. That's how it goes. All right. So I'm gonna be talking about that. And I'm also going to be talking about how Young Thug was allegedly caught on WireTap. And the things he said, they're going to be used against him in a court of law. And all of this is alleged. And I'm also going to be speaking about LIL KEED. LIL KEED, who also was a member of Young Stoner Life, another Young Thug artist. He was found dead. And to this day, nobody knows the exact reasons of why he's dead. It's been said he was just found dead. I don't know if he OD'd. I don't know what's what. But, you know, days after the indictment, LIL KEED has been found dead. And I'm going to be reading his last post. Other than that, with no further ado, it's the For No Fame Live episode 174. Happy Sunday. Hopefully everybody in good spirits, everybody doing well. Some people wake up blessed because every day is a blessed day, and some people wake up in another day of hell. But other than that, let's get to it. All right. Episode 174. Now, get right here. All right. As you can see right here, you know, they say that the boy Gunna is going through withdrawals. When you see Gunna on that picture, he looks sick. You see the two pictures of Gunna, and you can see they look, because you got to remember, see, I'm going to just give my opinion, right? A lot of these rappers are just drug heads with a lot of money. We got to understand within the past couple years, being a junkie has been cool. As long as you got money, you could be a junkie. You know, we heard people rap about how they took 56 Xanax bars. We hear niggas talk about lean. We don't, I mean, even if you know about Cash Money days, BG came out and admitted how he was on heroin. You know, Young Turk came out and admitted how he was on heroin. This ain't nothing new. And a lot of times when you hear that slow draw rap, that slow draw talk, that's that dope talk. So a lot of people don't know the dope symptoms. You think people be drunk. You think they be high, but a lot of people be on dope. And that's part of the opioid epidemic we always hearing about. You get what I'm saying? A lot of dudes is junkies. And when the more money you got as a junkie, the more you can cover up your habits. That's just how it works. If you're a junkie, you can have on a fly, you can have on $1,000, $2,000 outfit when you're a junkie and nobody will know. When you're a junkie, you can have the finest car, the nicest crib, and nobody knows you're a junkie. Because the money, you can cover it up. And don't get it twisted. Some people feel like if they have the money to sustain their high, they're not a junkie or addict. But what makes you an addict is if you can't go a day without something. If you can't go without something, I don't care if it's alcohol, you're an addict. Because you are addicted. And you're scared to face the feeling of when you can't get that drug. That's how it works. So Gunna is going through codeine withdrawal. Gunna is said to have a drug problem, as he also rapped about it. He rapped about his drug addiction in his hit song called Codeine. And I'm going to put that in the link when I finish. You know, he rapped about his drug addiction in a song called, you know, Codeine. And he rapped up, you know, his particular verses in the song, how, you know, people in his hood was shooting up and, you know, things like that, hooked on drugs and whatever. So this ain't nothing new. Two people close to Gunna have been talking about the rapper's struggle on social media. They've been talking about him. As you can see in this picture right here, the boy looks sick. He's ill. If you see his face in that picture, behind that video, and you see the picture where he clean and fresh. It's a difference. That's why when they lock these rappers up, it's a breaking process. And the breaking process is to bring them back down to reality. To show them that the money that they had, when they take that money away, they're just going to be a regular person. And that's why I got a saying. You see, Gunna was doing better than us. Gunna and Young Thug was doing better than a lot of us. But guess what? Now they're actually doing worse than us. Because they're in the belly of the beast. And all this is alleged information with this RICO indictment. It's all alleged. None of these charges are guaranteed. But you got to understand when you're a victim of your own circumstance and a victim of your own ignorance. And me personally, I'm tired of having the conversations about, you know, nowadays, back in the day. Man, the whole thing is crime is becoming played out, period. It's oversaturated. The crime world is oversaturated. Before, crime was done by an elite few, but it became oversaturated. What I mean by oversaturated, the same way, you know, back in the day, it was just a couple of weed mans. Now everybody sell weed. Get it? It was the few that did these particular things, and they benefited off a lot of money. But during the recent times, within the past, I say 20 years, whatever, 15, 10, trying to get money has become a fad. And due to a lot of movies and a lot of promotion and music, not only did everybody want to be a rapper, everybody wanted to be a drug dealer. We also seen NBA players get caught with pounds of weed, you know, a lot of drugs. We seen NFL players get caught with drugs because they trying to flood the block. All this has become a fad. There was a time where people sold drugs to take care of their family, and there was nothing to talk about. It was something that was done. I spoke about, you know, the mafia. The mob. Most of them were stand-up dudes that had families, kids, paid tuitions, mortgages, and they did it all from street money. And the number one thing they did was stay behind the scenes. They also had a point of not selling drugs because they always said, the mafia always knew that selling drugs will always lead to indictments. Even though many crime acts lead to indictments, but guess what? The fastest way to get indicted is play around with drugs. And nowadays it's indulging with a lot of gun and gang activity. I'm not going to say gun activity. I'm going to say gang activity. And broadcasting. It's always going to lead to an indictment. And all of that has become cool when a lot of people within the past years have been tricked into broadcasting. I'm in these streets. I move these pounds. Let me post up all the pictures of these pounds I got. Even though I'm somewhere where it's legal and the weed is legal, let me post all these pounds. Even though I'm somewhere where guns are legal, let me post all these guns. But allegedly, you know, apparently, a lot of people don't understand how the government works. They don't understand how the laws of America work. And also in America, you're free to be dumb. See? That whole saying, do as thou wilt, do what you want to do. That means you can even indulge in your own stupidity. You can indulge in your own self-destruction in America because guess what? You're free to do what you want. It's the land of the free. Do what you want to do. But what people don't understand, when you do what you want to do, it's a thing called consequences that come with that. And that's where the problem comes in. People don't never want to deal with the consequences. Now remember, consequences is payback. Meaning something bad gonna come back to you. Well, that's how the United States work. You can do whatever you want to do. But when you break a certain amount of laws, they're gonna come for you and try to get payback. What's payback? When they lock your ass up and give you 100 years. Now you're gonna pay back your time to society. You're gonna pay back some of that money to lawyer fees, court fees, stuff like that. And when you're locked up, you're going to buy a lot of commissary. You're going to pay that money back. That's why most of these crimes and most of these RICO indictments is really about you paying back that money to the state. You paying that money back to the government. It's payback. White collar crimes, blue collar crimes. America's all about the dollar. And it always will be since day one, and it's going to stay that way. People forget how this country was built. This country was built on criminal behavior, criminal activity. That's how it was built. And then after they built themselves up, they made laws so you won't do it. And so you will never be able to do it. So my point is, in America, you're free to do what you want to do, but it's consequences that come with that. And that's where the problem come in at. And that's what determines who's really a gangster. But the whole life of promoting a gangster, it's become a fad. And the gangsters don't match their tone. It don't add up. When you rap about what you actually doing and you promoting what you're actually doing, when you're supposed to do everything opposite. So when you look at this picture of Gunna, you see a man that's opposite. You see, when he's free, he got the money, he's fresh, he got on the designer. When you see him broke down, he's a regular nigga. But see, when he was free, he should have been living like a regular nigga. Or should I say, he should have been rapping about being a regular nigga. But most of these rappers, you're going to understand, they wear costumes. When you got money, you can hide behind anything. But a lot of people been tricked to think the more money you got, the more that person is real. And we spoke about before how Gunna was already on crime line for allegedly telling on some individuals that killed his homeboy. He was on the Atlanta, Georgia news years ago, before he was a rapper. And he told on the people who allegedly killed his homeboy. It's a commercial. I mean, it was nothing. It was no secret. We know it leaked out a couple of years, about a year ago it leaked out. And people still embrace Gunna. So my point is this. You live by it, you die by it. So now Gunna is in jail sick. He's ill. So all that rapping about codeine, the flip side of that codeine, they ain't tell you when you can't get that codeine, you become sick. You become ill. When you can't get them perks and you hooked on the oxys and the roxys, you're going to be sick and you're going to have junkie tendencies. You're going to go through withdrawals. That's what Gunna's doing. That's why you see in his picture, he came and sit in front of the video because he's going through it. That's just how it works. So we live in a time now where it's cool to be a junkie as long as you are a functioning addict. We know it's a lot of functioning addicts in the world. I said it before. What's an addict? An addict, if you can't go without something for a certain period of time, you're an addict. You can make any excuse you want to. You ever heard of cold turkey? See, some people can kick anything cold turkey. They could wake up tomorrow and say, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want that. Same thing with food. Some people have to pray on it. I know people, I've done it myself. I don't care if it's alcohol, I don't care what it is. If you pray on it and you ask to take it away from you and you focus your mind, you will not have those cravings. But a lot of people don't want to do that. That's why addicts always want to get high. That's what addicts do, because they enjoy the feeling. Some people got a lot of trauma in their life and they like to be high, so they don't got to think about their reality. They don't want to think about their past. They don't know how to function, so they like to be high. But it's a lot of people that also know you can get high off reality. When you're in tune, you can get high without even getting high. A lot of people don't know that. When you're enjoying life and you get over your past and you're moving on to the future, you can get high for life. Because life itself, when you live in the right way and you striving, that whole life is it's an adrenaline rush. You see, when you get into success and you creating ideas and you seeing your ideas manifest and you surrounded by the right people and everybody happy, man, that's a whole nother adrenaline rush. That's a whole nother high. When you accomplish something, that's a high. That's why we all try to reach a all-time high at whatever we doing. Breaking records, whatever. Same thing. If you in the NBA and you win that championship, that's a high. Niggas high. They get high for that. They get that rush of holding that trophy up. No. The same way when you're a rapper and you started from nothing, from the hood, and you know what I'm saying, you struggling to come up and you sign that record deal, that's a whole nother rush. That's a whole nother high. But see, the whole thing with that high comes sometime, a big head and an ego, and you become a bubblehead because you're gassed up. But the point is, life itself, when you're living right, you can get high for life itself when you're living right. And that's why you'll see it's a lot of miserable people. Most miserable people, they get high, or most miserable people try to feed off other people that are highly elevated. But the people that are naturally, high of life and naturally motivated, they always on the move. They constantly produce and they constantly get to something. They always working and twerking that they don't even have time to look back. That's just how it works. It's a science of life. So Gunna is going through it. He's in a depression. He was already in the depression before he got locked up. Now he's more depressed because he's going through withdrawals. So I don't know what to tell Gunna. Hopefully he get his mind right and get cleaned up. But this whole YSL drama is getting nasty. You dig? And also, we got to talk about Young Thug. Now they saying Young Thug, he's suffering in dungeon-like conditions. The lawyer demands release on bond. His lawyer says he is being put through hell. He's being held in total isolation in a windowless cement compartment with only a bed and a toilet. The cell also has an overhead light that's super bright, and they say it's preventing Young Thug from getting any sleep, which is called sleep deprivation, for those that don't know. He has no access to media or opportunity to exercise, shave, or have human contact. Many of us know this Young Thug is just in a box. We're going to get into that. For those that don't know, Young Thug and Gunna and 26 others, altogether 28, were arrested on 56 counts of racketeering in an indictment in Fulton County, Georgia, aka Atlanta. They are accused of engaging in gang activity that includes drug and weapons possession, assaults, robberies, even murder. So these are the allegations. So we might ask the question, damn, if they had all that money, why they couldn't just chill? Why did they have to still keep indulging in all this street activity? Well, we got to understand, sometimes they be trying to look out for the hood, like I said. Sometimes they try to look out for the hood. In the hood, they do the foul stuff, and you just caught in the middle. You get the blame, see? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this thing called guilty by association. A lot of times we don't like to admit it. We don't like to bear witness, but it's the truth. You are guilty in a court of public opinion. You will sometimes get blamed. You will sometimes be ridiculed, attacked, all according to your affiliations and who you affiliate with. So that's why today I'm also going to say today is the day I'm drawing a line. I'm drawing a line on a lot of stuff. For No Fame is his own man. I'm my own brand. So that's why I be trying to tell people, man, I came in this by myself. I'm going to go out by myself. The same way in real life. Born alone, die alone. From the womb to the tomb. And I suggest everybody understand and take that advice for themselves, because we know that when you was born, half the people, nobody was there. When you die, there's nobody gonna be there. These are facts. The same thing when a man, you lay down with a woman, ain't nobody gonna be there to help you perform in the bed. Same thing when you go to the bathroom, can't nobody come and hold you. You dig? Like your moms did, you know, when you was little and your moms had to take you to the bathroom. No, when you're a man, that don't happen. My point is, in this world, you got to hold your own. And I say today is the day I draw the line, because there's too many affiliations going on. And too many affiliations deals with contamination. And that contamination, it breeds snake behavior. We also know what you do in the dark comes to the light. But we also know you shouldn't be doing things in the darkness that you're scared to do in the light. The same thing we know, whatever you say behind somebody's back, you got to say it to their face. See? And don't get it twisted. There's nothing wrong with talking about somebody behind their back. But what's wrong with that is if you're not man enough to say it to their face, that's called what? Playing both sides. And at the same time, I don't co-sign talking about nobody behind their back. We know that's called pillow talking. We know that's called two-faced. We also know that's snake behavior. But sometimes somebody could talk behind your back and it could be positive information. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it is because you're not supposed to gossip, meaning you're not supposed to speak on other people's business. Just like it's a saying in the street or in life where people say, I know them better than they know themselves. That's one of the stupidest things ever said too. That's one of the most demonic ass sayings that we all embrace. How in the world could you know somebody better than you? You know what they know themselves, like you know what's going on in a person's brain. Only person that knows what's going on in a person's mind is God. So when a person says they know a person better than themselves and they know how a person think, that's devilish talk. And for those that know the studies, that's called trying to master the original man. The same way they do to us. The powers that be, they're always trying to master us. They're trying to master how we think. They think they know us. And then when they think they know us, they try to set up certain conditions and certain traps to get us caught up. That's called snake behavior. So today is what I'm saying. I'm drawing a line because I'm on my own journey and I got to do what's best for me and mine, right? And it come a day when a man got to take a stand for what he got to do. And your real family and friends and your real people will always salute you. But the people that got other intentions for you, they're going to be offended. We know about the hood syndrome, how everybody don't want you to get out the hood. We all want to make it out the hood, but as soon as somebody make it out the hood or even look like they try to make it out the hood, what happened? They're going to say they changed. They're going to say that person acting funny. Now they want to start setting up booby traps. They want to start conspiring. So when you do things behind people's back, or as we call it, what? Behind the scenes, those are people that are conspiring on your downfall. These are people that are trying to create a conspiracy against you. This is what happens to everybody. This is how the government works. They set conspiracies against people. But the thing is, when the powers that be put you in a conspiracy twist, they know how to make it all stick. Now, in the real world, people can conspire against you all day, but that shit don't mean it's going to work. And the devil is the master of conspiring. And that devil is the serpent. All they do all day is hiss. What's hissing? Whispering in ears. Talking behind the scenes. But they don't have the same energy when it comes to being outright. That's the difference, see? The same energy a person can put into behind the scenes energy. Like you got some people that will conspire behind the scenes and talk about certain things for hours, but they won't go for hours and talk about these same topics. See, I talk about a lot of different things. I touch on topics. I touch on everything that I feel. Certain things that's on my mind, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm always going to talk about what's real. I'm always going to talk about my opinion and facts, but I'm never going to talk on incriminating activity. I'm never going to talk about any type of conspiring activity, because I'm an outright type of dude. That's just me. I'm outright. That's me. And when you outright, you never got to watch your back. You never got to worry about who foot you stepped on or who you offended. You see, some people are outright grimy. Some people are sneaky grimy. So what you respect more, a person that's outright grimy or a person that's sneaky grimy? You see, an outright grimy person will pull up on you and they'll say, run it all. Give me all that. Pull a gun out in your face. Give me all that. A sneaky person will keep, they'll come around you and keep stealing from you. They'll set somebody else to break in your house. They'll do all these different things and they'll smile in your face. That's sneaky grimy. Sneaky grimy people are the most treacherous. They are the most conniving people and cunning. Because remember, the snake is very cunning, very crafty. For those that don't know, the devil is titled as the crafty one because he's always working on something against the powers that be. See, some dudes are very crafty and their whole life is plotting, conspiring, and working on a wicked ass plan. So that's exactly how the powers that be run this country. They're always crafting up something. They're always chefing up something that's what? To your destruction. So that's how I can use this whole YSL drama and apply it to real life, because they got caught up in a conspiracy, which means what? Young Thug didn't have a clue on who within his own team was conspiring against him, because when it's all said and done, he's going to get all of the charges. All of the charges will be pinned on him. And we know for a fact it's been people within his label, whatever you want to call it. They've been talking, running their mouth. And sometimes all it takes is for your information to get across the wrong ears. Sometimes it just takes for the ops to get your information. And some people out here do believe in telling on their ops. For those that don't know, the YSL, Young Slime Life situation against the YFN, they got a real street beef in Georgia. It's been a real back and forth in Atlanta. We heard about how YFN Lucci was stabbed up in jail. Allegedly, they tried to say that came from Young Thug. That's all alleged information. One of Young Thug's artists by the name of Big Brits, who shot a police officer 6 times, he's currently locked up. And allegedly, he behind the scenes putting in work. And, they got homies behind the scene. But my point is, when you got so many people and you so deep, you don't know who is talking, because it's so many people within your organization that you don't know who talking. So that's why people that run their mouth are very, very treacherous. And a snake always going to hiss. A snake does not know how to what? Bite their tongue. All you got to do is watch a real snake in real life and how the snake move. Snakes do not know how to watch their mouth. They're always hissing. They're always talking. And they always talk out both sides of their mouth. The snake is the one that's going to say, they support you. They with you 100%. And then behind your back, they're conspiring. Remember, some people conspire because they want the top seat. There's many different reasons why people conspire to take the seat. So now you understand why Jay-Z and Kanye West made the song called Watch the Throne. Because when you sit at the top, it's always somebody trying to dethrone you. For those who know about ancient history and you know about kingdoms and rulerships, a lot of rulerships is the people or sometimes the closest men that always conspire to take out the king. For jealousy, for many different reasons. So my point is, you always have to watch the throne. You always got to watch the throne, meaning you got to watch your surroundings. When you know you're at the top or you're trying to get to the top, you have to watch your surroundings. When you're trying to fly and you're trying to turn into Superman, it's always somebody going to try to pull your cape. These are facts of life. That's why we got to stay focused and we cannot get distracted, because Young Thug was at the top of the food chain. But guess what? He's the one facing all of the pain. He's the one in the dungeon being treated like an animal. He's not getting no good meals. He ain't eating good. Now, the part talking about he can't exercise, that's cap, because we know he can do push-ups, sit-ups. But when you rich and you in a big mansion with 10 plus rooms, and now you in one little bathroom with a bright light, it feels very different. It's called being kept in animal conditions. It's also called being back in slavery. And a lot of people don't want to understand that you know, sometimes you're a victim of slavery. You're back behind the wall. So this is the what? Before and after. Before, shining, iced out, niggas up under him, everybody eating, and after, he left by himself to sit in that cell. See? This is the YSL family right here. You see that? See them in the mansion? Young Stoner Life Records, ATL, Georgia. That's Young Thug whole family. That's his record label right there. See that? Look like a good family. And from what I know, he did take care of his people. But the fact is, now he's the one going to get all of the time. He's the one that's going to suffer the most. Because as we see all these people in this room, we don't know how many weak links it was. So that's why we're going to deal with a dose of reality. That's why I move alone. I shall forever move alone once I learned what I learned. That's what it's about. And family is shown through actions. Family is a feeling you get in your chest when you know the love is real. But some people think because a lot of people are around, that's family. No. We'll see in history, whenever the greatest times of people coming together, it's always an op in the room. Always. You got to already know that. So even though Young Thug had his whole squad eating, everybody straight, everybody good, now he's the one left by himself in inhumane conditions. According to his lawyer, he's in a windowless cement compartment with only a bed and a toilet and an overhead light preventing him from getting any sleep. They also say he can't even shave. But for people that been to jail, people that know about jail, that's what come with the game. So his lawyer's trying to paint a picture that's not going to work because that's called jail. You see? But you see them big windows in that mansion? When you used to your windows being that big and you in that cell by yourself with a little window, it feels inhumane. Because when you was free, you could have been in that whole big room by yourself right there. You don't need none of that. You don't need no gang. When you a rapper and you get legit, your gang is supposed to be your legal guns. Each bullet in the clip represents a member of the gang. That's all I need. 100-round drum. You dig? Extendos. Those my homies in the clip. I don't need a bunch of niggas. Because even with a whole bunch of niggas, it's not a guarantee everybody's going to shoot. It's not a guarantee everybody's going to shoot to kill. And it's not a guarantee that people are not going to tell on you. But, you know, since Young Thug has been locked up, his team has been campaigning, you know, to free him. You know how they do. They're going to say free Young Thug. They're going to say free the bro. You know how that go. But a lot of them going to be happy because they ain't the ones facing 500 years. And we see this pattern again and again and again. It's okay to get to the bag and do you. Worry about your family. See, we live in a time where everybody worried about everybody else. No. Look out for yourself. You look out for those who deserve to be looked out for. Who the ones you look out for? The ones that help themselves and need help. That's it. Because what? God help those who help themselves. So if you see a person not trying to help themselves, you ain't supposed to help them with nothing. Period. But that's the world we living in. People always want to come around, portray they want to help you. But those are the same ones that can't even help themselves. And those are the ones with a lot of different intentions. Then you got people you can help and they don't appreciate nothing. So my point is, out of all the work Young Thug put in, being with Cash Money, the smoke with Lil Wayne, and that's another thing for those that don't know, the situation with Lil Wayne with the tour bus getting shot up, they're also trying to put that on Young Thug as well. Because we don't know if that should have been talking, and let's not forget they have been watching Young Thug since 2013. Y'all don't understand that. The same way y'all heard about what? Before they indict certain big time drug dealers, how they was watching them for years and years, but guess what? What we forget, while they was watching them for all those years, they was flooding the community with a whole lot of drugs, a whole lot of death, a whole lot of gunshot, and then when they feel like they're ready to come get them, then they come get them. Because sometimes they want you to put the work in called destroying yourself and destroying your whole people. Once you finish destroying enough people and it gets out of control, then they come jack you up. Because when you committing these high crimes and you flooding out the neighborhood, you're keeping City Hall employed, you're keeping everybody employed. Everybody got to send their kids to college. Everybody got to live a good life. So certain activity must go on, and they allow it to go on for a certain amount of time till it gets out of control or that agenda is over with. So that's how they can say, they can come out right in your face and tell you how they was watching somebody for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years and don't come get them. Sometimes these people be working, and then when they finish, they still snatch their stupid ass up. See, that's how it works. It's called being used for a tool and a slave. So when you see the Young Stoner Life record or, company right here, that's Young Thug's family. That's his legit money. That's his check. But just so happened, YSL was the same initials for the street gang, Young Slime Life. And I'm going to show you how he incriminated himself. Okay? The Young gang on the street, allegedly, Young Slime Life. Look at Young Stoner Life records. You see the green color of the slime. So he's showing the slime affiliation of the gang and the record label. So when LIL KEED came out before his death and posted this, YSL is a family. YSL is a label. YSL is a way of life. YSL is a lifestyle. YSL is not a gang. YSL is not a criminal organization. YSL is not a street gang. You see, he's saying the same thing. YSL is not a mob. But I'm going to show you something. Now, mind you, this is LIL KEED's words before he died. I'm going to get into that. You see everything he said? Now, I'm going to show you once again, for those that know, a picture speaks 1,000 words. You can see, said all this right here. When you look at this picture, it can look like something else. And the only reason why I say that, because he messed up and put the green slime. He put the green slime in the picture. You see the dog looking like he slimed out? You see Shorty with the slime color green. You see the slime color green logo under Young Stoner Life Records. Therefore, they could tie that in with the Young Slime Life gang. And just so happen the same initials are YSL. This is called self-incrimination. You don't take letters and try to give it your own meaning. Meaning, you're going to see a pattern of everybody that uses three-letter activity. They always get snatched up by the three-letter boys. BMF, YSL. Get it? Remember New Jack City? CMB. We all we got. Remember that? CMB. What happened? Was not Nino in the court at the end? Them three-letter words always get you caught up by the three-letter people that we know is either the FBI, the CIA, or the IRS. Those three letters are always going to get you caught up because they are the masters of the three-letter words. And they're trained to watch all three-letter activity. It's a science behind that within itself. So when he says it's a family, yeah, they look like a family. When he say they're a label, yeah, they look like a label. When he say they not a mob, a street gang, or a gang, I'm not going to say that's what they look like. But when you put that slime right there in it, and the gang that was on the street putting in work, allegedly, Young Slime Life, that shows the gang affiliation. That shows that YSL is YSL. Allegedly, it's saying that Young Stoner Life is a front for Young Slime Life. It's called incrimination. It's called guilty by association. Call outs. What up, bro? I ain't see you in the building, bro. They was popping. Salute to everybody that pulled up. I've been working. I'm working right now. Y'all gotta pardon me. You know what I'm saying? Wax Dog, what up? I see the homies in here. So this is why I'm telling you, they incriminated themselves. See, if you know for a fact your street activity was called YSL, you're supposed to name your label something totally different. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So you might know you legit and you know you ain't got nothing to do with the streets, but that name, them letters you playing with, that's like, let's say, let me give you another example for people that know about the street. Like, some people might say that, you know, GKB stand for Gangsta Killer Bloods. Now, say somebody start a record label and say that's God, Kingdom, or Baptist. Now, if y'all ain't going to church every week and y'all ain't striving to be righteous every day and preaching, and you still got people on the street doing crime under them 3 letters, you're going to get tied together. That's just how it works. It's how it works. Because in America, what you say out your mouth, what you say on paper, what you do on camera, always going to be used against you. I don't know why people don't understand that. And many people are trained to understand these things, but they keep doing the same thing and thing and thing. You know why? Because it's cool. And let's look at it. You see, it's all about what? The likes. See that picture, all the likes it get? What we got to understand, let's break this down too. See, when it comes to likes and watches and views, all of those views are not people that like you. See, that's where y'all get confused. You think every like is somebody liking you. No, those likes could be people that's just watching you and conspiring against you. I told you, you got to know that. When you got numbers, you got to automatically know a percentage of those numbers are people that don't like you. A percentage of those numbers are people that want to take you down. A percentage of those numbers are people that want to see your downfall. You ever heard? You ever heard? You know what I'm saying? Not only do they want to prey on your downfall, they want to see it. Some people like to see meltdowns. Some people like to see car accidents. So a lot of percentage of those numbers are people that just watch you for their own reasons. You got to remember that. That's why I keep telling people it's not about the numbers. The main important numbers are the people, are the ones that are solid. So let's say in this picture, it might be 67,000 likes, but let's just say maybe only 60,000 like them. For real. Let's say maybe only 30,000. We don't know. My point is you never get caught up in the numbers. Because you was told that numbers don't lie, but at the same time, numbers do lie right in your face, and numbers could be finessed. So a lot of saying we was taught is tricks. And my point is, this was a family, and Young Thug did take care of his artists. But the point of the matter is, when it's all said and done, this Young Thug now. And they trying to make him the head of the organization. And we know for a fact all they're going to do is say free Young Thug. And we also don't know if some of these people written statements against him. We do not know that. But we know the truth will come out eventually. But also, let me get into the next, the next thing within the situation is that the Young Thug caught on WireTap. Man, this part right here gets kind of nasty. And we're going to deal with common sense. You know what I'm saying? We all got common sense. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use common sense. All right, now check it. They say Young Thug allegedly was caught on WireTap and was allegedly being investigated for years. According to the paperwork, Thugger is on WireTap discussing street activity, allegedly saying, these are not facts, allegedly saying, y'all ain't beat him up or shoot him yet? Man, y'all niggas are soft. Now, let's look at that saying. That saying ain't got nothing to do with him sending no shot. That ain't him calling a shot. He just speaking on the situation. That's like you could have told me something about a dude that violated you, whatever. I'd be like, damn, you ain't beat him up yet, son. Damn, you ain't do nothing to him. You getting soft, bro. You just let niggas smack you up. That ain't me sitting no hit. That might be instigating, but that ain't me sitting no hit. Now let's also get into the wiretap. Was it a wiretap or was it a recorded conversation? You see that? These are different things because now, you know, people will record you, and when the police pull it out on you, they'll say it was a wiretap. But the whole time, no, it was somebody you was talking to was recording you. These are facts we got to look at. Let's also compare another situation, which I'm tired of talking about, but we have to look at these things. We always hear about Jim Jones and the wiretap and how he said incriminating things. He actually said things worse than Young Thug said. But what Young Thug said is going to be used against him as giving out hits. All he said was, y'all ain't beat him up yet or shoot him. We heard Jim Jones breaking down how to catch a nigga slipping. You know, get him the security guard, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You got to super violate him. You get what I'm saying? He was going into details, but my point is, I'm going to leave that alone because I'm tired of that topic. But we got to tie all this together and show and prove that these same words Young Thug said are being used against him as being the boss, giving out hits. And all he could have been doing was just speaking on, you know, I heard people in the hood talk. Yo, bro, you ain't smacked that nigga. You ain't get that nigga yet, bro. Damn, son. Yo, y'all niggas had beef for a minute. Niggas be talking like that every day. It don't mean a nigga sending shots. Don't mean a nigga a boss. But that's going to be used against Young Thug. So it shows you what you say on paper or on the phone could be used against you. And we live in a time of what? Screen recording, voice recording. See? Let's just be real. You got to know who you're dealing with. And when you talk to somebody, you really put your trust in their hands. Especially when you're talking about real situations. That's the time we in now. People have been trained to have snitch tendencies and informant tendencies, and they don't even know it. I'm gonna speak for me. You see, I don't gotta worry about recording people. I'm not into that. My point is, look, if I'm dealing with somebody and I feel like they're a snake, so I got to record them because later on they might do me dirty, I don't need to be dealing with that person. See, but some people don't look at it like that. Some people like to be in the bed with snakes. And then when you're in the bed with snakes, it make you be a snake. So now you don't trust him, but you're still dealing with him. So therefore now you want to record him and document this person just in case they violate you. So you're already planning for this person to violate you. So later on, you can violate them. You see, snakes always lay together. When you know a person shows you a certain amount of character, a certain amount of ways, as soon as you got to question a person's integrity or morals, you're supposed to leave that person alone. But some people, they'll see the signs and they still sit there. And that's why I told you, this makes you become a double agent. This makes you become a person that lives a double life, and you a sideways person because you entertain things that you know are not right. So when you entertain things you know are not right, you call yourself recording or keeping documentation for a later date because you feel like the person you're entertaining is going to violate you. But maybe you're the one that's violating yourself by indulging in the activity. These are things we got to look at because they said Young Thug was on wiretap, but who's to say one of his mans he was talking to wasn't recording, and so he won't look like he's a snitch? Because remember, that's how they paint. They love to paint the pretty pictures. See, they ain't going to tell you your man had on the wire. No, they're not going to tell you your man was recording you. They're going to tell you that the phone was tapped. They're going to say your phone was tapped. You was in the tap recorder. No, your man recorded you. Your man might have baited you in. Your man might have been the one to bring up the topic so you can start talking. And then whole time you talking, nigga been hit the record button. You see that? This how niggas be moving, especially in 2022. If I feel like a nigga's grimy, I'm not entertaining a grimy ass nigga. I ain't got time, nigga, when we talking, I gotta record shit. I ain't got time for all of that. That's too much energy. See, that's how it works. You feel like somebody is foul, you leave them alone. But some of y'all don't want to do that because you feel like this person might got an opportunity. Yeah, they foul, but they got an opportunity. This person foul, but they got money. This person foul, but they can put me on. They, you know, I might can drive around with him. I might can hang around him to make me look good. So I'm gonna still deal with him, you know what I'm saying? Because it make me look official. I'm gonna still deal with a snake. See, that's what some niggas do. Then when the shit backfire on them, oh, I got all these screen records, I got all this voice record shit. My point is this, man. These are the same tactics niggas use against you. Niggas be in an organization, niggas be in a family, niggas be in a team. Boom. Next thing you know, niggas get mad at you. What? Oh, because look at all these artists. You can't make everybody happy. You got one nigga might feel like you ain't put enough energy behind his album. He want to get mad. He the weak link. He the nigga that's going to start telling on you now. He ready to do you in. You got the other nigga that's dead. He want to be the head nigga. He want to be the head honcho. So, being that he want to be the boss, he want to be in your shoes, nigga want to get you up out of there. This happens in the hood forever. We know this. This been happening. You always got the nigga that's that nigga. And when you that nigga, sometimes it's the right-hand man or niggas around you, they want your spot. They see you got your wife. They see, you know, you got your baby moms. They see you take care of your kids. You got everything popping. You lit. Everybody in the hood love you. You know what I'm saying? Your money right. You looking good. You dry. You doing everything right. And this nigga standing next to you the whole time. He wants your spot. That's why when you go to jail, he the main nigga gonna act like he checking up on your baby moms. He gonna be the same nigga acting like, you know what I'm saying? When you was getting money, he gonna try to take all your custodies, all your customers. You dig? Man, that's how it go, man. Niggas will get you out the way so they can take your spot. They want the throne. So we don't know somebody within his circle want a Young Thug off the throne. Because now Young Thug is in the dungeon. They say he's in dungeon-like conditions. Which shows you in America, every time they're going to spank you, no matter how much money you get, how high up you get, if you're not smart enough to cleanse yourself and change your ways, you're going to fail. Let's look at this point right here. We know once you become $100 million man, that's what? That could be 100 businesses. You can open up 100 different businesses. Did not we hear that Young Dolph had over 100 properties? And Young Dolph also was independent. He was turning down deals. That man was putting his money in the clean business. He didn't want to obligate himself to the rap game. Now, people gonna have many different opinions. I am not here for it. I'm just speaking on a point. How Young Dolph was one of the only persons that I heard in recent times that actually had over 100 properties in Memphis. That's 100 flips. You don't have to indulge in street gang activity. You could put all your niggas through realty school. You could put all your peoples and make them fill every position they need to fill. They get clean money. Don't y'all understand, Doc? Like, look, people of power that's legit, they be balling out. You can ball legit. It's called legit balling. When you get dirty money, you could be clean. You could shine, but your shit is limited. When you getting dirty money, the minute you start shining, the clock is ticking. It's just a matter of time. That's just how the shit work. I got to understand how the shit work. Niggas always going to want your spot. So we already know that what? Young Thug is on YOUNGTHUG'S. We know he got ops. And right now, people are working against him, conspiring and telling on him. And you got to remember what people don't understand. When you get indicted, that means they already have all the information they need. That's the part people don't understand. All they want to do is see if you're going to confess or if they can get you to break. That's why they got Young Thug in conditions trying to break him. They got him in a small dungeon-like cell with a little window. They're trying to break him, giving him nasty food on purpose. You know, got the bright light so he can't sleep deprivation. They're trying to break that man. Because not only do they want him to tell, they want him to tell on himself and tell on everybody. They're trying to break him. It's called breaking his spirit. When you break a man's spirit, you break a man. That's when he can become a bitch or a snitch. When you break a man to his knees, his lowest, you break a strong man down to his lowest compound, you can have your way with that man. That's what they're trying to do to him. And what you got to understand, for him to even be in that situation, for them to even put hands on him and snatch him up, that means people already have been telling on him. They already got the documentation. They already got the key witnesses, and they already know his team is frail. That's why they got him. And we've seen this happen again and again and again and again and again. But people don't understand that when you get in position of power, you're supposed to do a 360. You're supposed to get low. You're supposed to turn into a ghost when you're in power. You're supposed to disappear. This man was still living in Atlanta, Georgia, in Buckhead. He couldn't even leave Atlanta. You got money, you got rich to get out the hood, then you get the money and move back to the same city you from. And you're in the same jurisdiction of the niggas that's on the street allegedly putting in work. You put yourself in the same jurisdiction when you got money to go anywhere on the planet and live. You see? But you ever heard a saying called broke niggas with money? You ever heard a saying of a junkie with money? You see? You can be a broke nigga with money. You can be a dumb nigga with a lot of money because you're always going to make dumb decisions. You're always going to make poor decisions. So you can be a poor nigga with money. You can be a broke nigga with a lot of money. See, it's a mentality. You see, people with that, what's that book? Think and Grow Rich, Think and Eat Rich, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you are rich and you have a rich thinking, you do rich things. You sit on islands, you go places where the water is exotic colors in the sky because it gives you a certain peace of mind. You know, you eat certain foods. You want your eyes to take in some of the finest things in life. That's why people like Jay Prince and Birdman own islands. They own a lot of luxurious places. Yeah, that's like Jay Prince might still be in Texas, but he living somewhere in the country with acres, not in a gated community. It's a difference. See, when you are rich, you can create your own world. But part of Young Thug demise, he still wanted to live in Atlanta, Georgia. He lived in the same jurisdiction. That's another thing. People don't understand the science of jurisdiction. Once you are in a certain jurisdiction, you're automatically kind of like guilty by association too, because you're in the same jurisdiction where some of these things you're being accused of are taking place. If I'm in another jurisdiction, it's hard for you to put things on me that I wasn't even there. I know nothing about. You know, y'all in Atlanta while now. I live in Phoenix. I live in Arizona somewhere. I live by the desert. I don't know what you're talking about. But when I live in Buckhead and niggas getting shot downtown Atlanta, it's easy to make that shit look like I'm pulling shots and calling. You understand? So I'm showing you niggas that make poor decisions. Young Thug made poor decisions, so therefore Young Thug is sitting in the dungeon right now. That's how it worked. So that's just a little insight. And as we see, you know, him and Gunna was recently shining on top of the billboard, which means he had a lot of eyes on him. And I told you, sometimes you get the wrong eyes on you. Remember, we always know the same thing. When these rappers be underground, they make the firest music. Nobody knows about them. They be good money. Soon as they get to a certain level of pop or they get too high, too big, and the powers that be, so you have influence over people they don't want you to have influence over. Like this right here. Check it out. Boom. Now, what you see right here is a nice young kid, you know. He's a 14-year-old kid, as we see he's handicapped, but he came to Young Thug's show and he knew every word of Young Thug's lyric, word for word, to the point where Young Thug brought him on the stage. Which shows you that Young Thug had influence over a lot of people in America. So we can say, yeah, Young Thug had a heart. You got to remember that. Yo, this is America. This is the home of everything goes. Anything and everything goes down. So, yeah, people are going to feel like he was a corrupt dude. He did foul stuff, but we don't know how big his heart might have been. His heart could have been his downfall. Being too nice, showing too much love. Yeah, I saw the movie. If you didn't see the movie American Gang, you know what I'm saying? Not American Gangster, but American Me. When the OG of the gang that started the gang, his own homies took him out because they said he had too much heart. He was showing too much love, so they felt like that was a weakness. My point is, sometimes niggas come to their destruction because their heart is too big. They showing too much love. And not only to the ops or to the wrong people that's going to snake them, you know, Young Thug was also showing love to, as you see right here, this type of demographic. So he was doing positive things. I told you about how he did help some of the black people, Africans, whatever you want to call them. He did help them leave Ukraine. When the war in Ukraine popped, he put his own money up to help people get up out of there. And we don't know what other positive thing. His positive deeds might outweigh his negativity. But you got to understand this picture right here. This young boy knew all his lyrics word for word. Now, I know for a fact, it's a lot of us in this building that's listening. We do not know Young Thug lyrics word for word on certain songs. We know this for a fact. But this young boy did, and therefore Young Thug brought him on the stage and showed him love, as you can see. So Young Thug had a very, very heavy influence. And him and Gunna was on the top of the charts, doing big things. So for one, we can say they didn't have no business in street activity. For two, we do know it's allegations. For three, man, it could have just been being used the whole time. But one thing we know for a fact is they had a lot of influence. And that thing called fame comes with influence. And when you indulge in your fame, you have to be aware of your influence. And sometimes it's not cool to try to influence everybody. That's what some people don't get. Some people are cool with doing their thing, getting to the bag, getting to the chicken, and go back and mind their business. Some people like to indulge in their success. And sometimes that becomes your destruction. Because as soon as they get to the top of the top, and just so happen, Gunna got a song called Pushing P. Pushing that, you know what I'm saying? Boom, indictment season. But guess what? It been indictment season. Why you think y'all been seeing everybody get snatched up since what, late March, April? I keep telling y'all, for those that know about the streets, indictment season happen every year. It happens 2 times a year. Before the summer, after the summer. You know what I'm saying? Before the winter. Every year, the same thing. All you gotta do, go look up every indictment that you know about and just look at the dates. It's always the same story. You know that. Certain people gotta go before the summer. And certain people gotta go before the winter, before Christmas, before the holiday. That's how it works. And then they like to take you out before the summer. And the powers that be, they take you out before the summer, and then they go on vacation for the summer. You see? Because when they take down 28 people, that's a good job. They put their work in. They've been investigating you for years. Now they can take a vacation for the summer. That's how it works. How you think, when you living like a rapper and you flossing that bread, you making them jealous. They say, man, I want to go to Dubai. I want to fly on a private jet. But once we take them down, we get a lot of overtime and we get some bonuses and raises. Then we can take them out and we'll go on vacation after that. So they put that work in on you. See? One hand wash the other. But that's the American way. That's how America runs. So therefore, certain things always going to go on. It's always going to be and see, that's my point. A lot of people wanted to be in the game, but y'all didn't understand the rules of the game before you played. You didn't understand the ins and the outs. You didn't understand that. Y'all don't understand that part. Remember, anything you do, you got to read the manual first. You know that. You got to read the manual. Some of my people, y'all work on computer programs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all nice with the editing. Y'all nice with a whole bunch of stuff. And we know a lot of time you get certain things, you don't know what to do. You don't even know how to work it. You don't know what to do, what you do. You read the manual, you read the instructions. Then the next thing you know, you start perfecting your craft. You become nice because you know what you're dealing with. That's the difference. So anybody could be in the game, but if you don't know, if you ain't got the manual, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? Some of the rules to the game, Biggie told you in the 10 crack commandments. And some of you niggas still sell drugs from your house. You know what I'm saying? Some of you niggas still be dealing with police. Nigga, Biggie told you, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't getting bags, stay from police. Some of y'all still be chilling with the police. Man, 10 crack commandments will save your life. A lot of y'all ain't listen. My point is, anything you deal with, what you think Biggie said? There's rules to this. I wrote me a manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get. See, all that was game. Once you know the rules to the game, you won't be in a situation. Let's remember, if you look, man, I'm gonna tell you raw like this. If niggas don't put themselves in position to have to be a rat, you won't be a rat, nigga. You put your niggas put themselves in positions to get locked up, and therefore they put themselves in positions to tell. So did Young Thug put himself in a situation to be like this? Did Gunna put himself in a situation to be like this? Because Gunna is ill. He going through it right now. See that? That man look like he dissolving. That look like that ain't the same Gunna, don't it? Because when you got a lot of money, you're gonna work magic. Do that look like Gunna? That's all I'm saying. Gunna look like he used to be big, look like he lost weight real quick. That look like a whole nother man. That's what I'm trying to tell people, man. You heard the saying that money is an illusion. That's right. Money is an illusion. An illusion is the effects of a magic trick. What makes a magic trick work is the illusion. You see, the money gives them the illusion, create the illusion that they are God and that they are the highest people on the planet. But when they take that money, you see that jumpsuit he got on? He's just a regular nigga now. Actually, his ass owned by the state. So he's not even free. So that's why I say right now, we doing better than Gunna right now. So is that the price to pay? But to each his own, because this is America. You can do whatever you want. But my point is, it's rules to the game. That's why when you play Monopoly, it got what? Go to jail. You can go all around the board. You can go to Park Place, Boardwalk, do all whatever you want. As long as you keep rolling the dice, you taking chances, you making choices. But when you pull the wrong card or you play the wrong game or you get caught slipping, your ass go to jail. That's, man, you can learn a lot from Monopoly. Look, they built America off the game Monopoly. Monopoly is the world we living in right now. Monopoly, man. Y'all gonna learn that. Game over. Take all the pieces off the board. Start the game over. Same thing in your hood. What they do? Take all the pieces off the board. Take all the property back. Start the game over. Next. Man, the world is based on Monopoly. These are facts. Well, a lot of y'all understand that because a lot of y'all don't play Monopoly. You never played it. And some of y'all was never good at Monopoly. I'm telling you. It ain't just chess. You got to know how to play Monopoly too. That's the game of life. I'm a spit game right now. See? So just because a person got a lot of money, that don't mean nothing. It's about the influence. Your influence scares people more than your money. When you tell a person to jump and they say ha ha, when you on the stage and you make somebody pass out, or you can make a person with a master's degree sing your words, to some people that's scary. It's about influence. What's the influence we see Young Thug have on his page? Now, mind you, that is probably an older. Actually, that's not his personal page. That's Young Stoner Life Records. But we see, if I'm not mistaken, that's what, 1.1 million, something like that. Pretty sure it's probably more than that on his page. My point is, influence is everything. So when you see him like with influence like that, and on top of that billboard, and I told you, the billboard deals with sound scan. For those that know about rap and entertainment, sound scan. Those are the ones that count the digits. I told you, every rapper lyrics are in the form of a transcript. Billboard, sound scan, transcripts, the FCC, all of that go together. They're all the same. When, I'm gonna say it for this last time. When law enforcement on your head, you think they're gonna sit down and listen to your lyrics and watch your video. No. Them niggas get the transcripts to your songs and they break it down word for word. That's how they know what you said. Now y'all see on YouTube what they got on YouTube. What a lot of people got on their YouTube channel. What's on YouTube? Let's talk now. On YouTube, under the video, transcript. But some of y'all still come on the tube and y'all be snitching, telling. But that's your business. It's a transcript. So when they want to figure out what you're really talking about, they get the damn transcript. The transcript is what they bring into the court of law. They ain't got to sit and listen to no lyrics. They ain't got time for that. They get the transcript, and then they give it to somebody to decode it and take out what they want to take out. That's how they use your lyrics against you in the court of law. Because at the end of the day, the FCC controls all airwaves. That goes for television, music, social media. That's how it works. It's called also what? The algorithm. So some of these things are what's doing Young Thug against. So let's look. They're using his lyrics against him. They're using wiretaps against him. And we already know for a fact it's some people telling on him. So that's how they make the case stick. That's why I told you before, all the lawyer going to do is take all his money. The lawyer can't save his ass if he wanted to, because the lawyer probably already know all the charges against him. The lawyer already know what's going to stick. And the lawyer, his job is to book Young Thug. So when a lawyer come out and say that, you know, Young Thug is being held in inhumane conditions and he need a bond, man, he already know 9 times out of 10 he ain't going to get no bond. Because the man is facing 500 years. And Young Thug's lawyer is not only there to get Young Thug to incriminate himself and tell, and you know how lawyers say, just tell me what happened. Some niggas don't even know. You're supposed to lie to the lawyer too. Some niggas sit there and tell the lawyer everything, and guess what? The lawyer want to do you in. He go behind the scenes, say, yeah, well, you know, he told me he did it. No, this is that. He thinks we're gonna help get him out. No, but every money you get that lawyer, he gonna break bread with the DA and all that. Allegedly, you did. They chop up the bag, man, and take your money. And Young Thug, his money will go back to the state of Georgia, because when you locked up, you ain't gonna be able to spend them 100 millions no more. They taking that. Bank accounts frozen, all that. They take it back. So in their mind, they like, thank you, Young Thug, for helping us make this 100 million. Thank you for generating this for the city of Atlanta and Georgia. We'll kindly take that back. And that's what they do. They use you for the workhorse, and then when you think you're on top of the world, they shut you down and take it back. All right, so let's get into Lil Keed. Because, you know, Lil Keed has spoke, you know, he made a post a couple of days before he ended up dead. And that's deep right there, because guess what? Nobody knows how he died. Now, I heard different allegations. I heard different things, but I'm not going to speak on it because it's not fact. But, you know, Lil Keed is a member of YSL Records, as we know, founded by Young Thug, and he was only 24 years old. Now, he also got a brother by the name of Lil Got It. Like, I got it. You know, his brother's called Lil Got It. And he confirmed the death of Lil Keed, and he posted in a defense of YSL label. You know, but, you know, Lil Got It, he basically announced that his brother was dead, and he said, I love you, bro. I'm going to go hard for you, for mom, dad, and the bros. And his little brother, or his other brother, should I say, said he's going to go hard. But his girlfriend also spoke out. But the key thing is nobody knows how he died. And he died a couple of days after the indictment, and he died a couple of days after he made this post right here. This is what he spoke on out his mouth. Now, we don't know if Lil Keed had his hands in anything. We don't know if he knew too much. We don't know nothing about nothing, and we're not gonna make allegations, but we know some people say it's no such thing as coincidence, but I was also taught that some things do coincide. And we do know it's funny, you know, days after they get indicted, one of Young Thug members, he's out of here. And they do not know, they have not announced the cause of his death, period. It's not known. Y'all can look it up. It's not said what his, you know what I'm saying, what his death came from. So right now, it's just a mystery on how he died. We don't know if it was an OD, a heart attack. We don't know, somebody choked him out. We don't know we don't know nothing. And for those that don't know, YSL, YFN, they got a real war going on in the city of Atlanta and behind the G wall. So this whole thing is getting nasty. That's why it's the YSL drama. And we also see that this symbolizes what's going on and what's to come. It's dealing with it's all dealing with what's happening on the street. When you see it happen in the game, it's going to happen in the streets. That's just how it works. And it's another dude. C. Harden said now it's conspiracy. Nobody's saying it's a conspiracy. Get it, homie? These are different things we looking at, but at the end of the day, it's none of our business. But my point is this: we don't know nothing. You don't know if it's conspiracy. You don't know if it ain't. But one thing we do know is what? Young Thug is locked up on conspiracy charges. Those are the facts. And we know when the powers that be say a conspiracy, even though it ain't true, they use the word conspiracy to give you life. But on the street, conspiracy means bogus, not true. I get it. All I'm saying is this, my man, you need to get out your feelings because it ain't that serious. This is just information. It's public information. This is my opinion. You got yours, I got mine. That's it. I'm not here to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to put nothing on nothing. I'm just giving my opinion on how I see things because I do know how the streets work. Now, as far as when a man died, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But what I'm saying is it is not known how he died. That's the point. If you know how he died, nigga, that's your business. But we don't know how he died. So when you don't know how somebody died, that automatically falls into conspiracy because nobody knows what happened. Like the conspiracy to kill Martin Luther King, the conspiracy to kill Malcolm X. You understand what I'm telling you? That's how it works. But I'm not saying that nobody had nothing to do with his death. He was just found dead. And it's not, nobody knows how he died. That's what I'm saying. And he just so happened to die at 24 years old. The same week they got indicted. So that's what it is. I'm not judging. I'm reading the report, give my opinion. And all I say is for information, is for entertainment, educational purposes only. And it's just my opinion. It's all alleged. You dig? That's like some people say it's a conspiracy to kill black men. Is it true? Or is it not? Who knows? But we know that's the word they use. Some people say it's a conspiracy to keep us messed up out here. Some people believe it, some people don't. That's what makes it a conspiracy because you can't prove it. You don't know. You dig? Understand that, man. And that's another thing, man. People need to get out their feelings. We live in a world where everybody's in their feelings. Everybody is in their feelings, and feelings don't mean nothing. We heard the saying feelings over facts. And guess what? Feelings ain't gonna get nothing done. And I agree with the bro because the most people that's always in their feelings and always, I felt a certain way or I feel a certain way. It's only one group of people on the whole planet always in their feelings. All you gotta do is do the math. It ain't hard to figure out. Because a person that's in their feelings ain't gonna do nothing but be in their feelings. That's the thing. Ain't gonna do nothing. So you can feel whatever you want to feel in America because they know you ain't gonna do nothing. That's the key. You can stay in your feelings. That's why they say what? We are an emotional people. Always in our feelings. I don't live off that frequency. You dig? What another man do, I care less. My life goes on. But I suggest the same to everybody. You dig? But we just talking about a particular topic that's been going on. And, basically, Young Thug lawyer is is basically crying. I ain't gonna say crying. I'm not gonna say that, but my point is he's painting a narrative that Young Thug is being kept in inhumane conditions in a dungeon, and some of us just call it being locked up. Like I said, when you used to live in a certain lifestyle and get taken and you don't treat like a peasant, it is gonna feel inhumane. Same way when we was on the slave ships, or some people, or some whatever you want. Look, those are inhumane conditions. It's just that when you had a lot of money and you was able to do what you wanted to do and you lived on a planet like a god and they clip your wings and you become earthbound, yeah, it's miserable and it's going to feel very sick. So they're saying that Young Thug can't do nothing. They saying, he not eating good. They say he not able to exercise. He not able to shave. They say he only got a bed and a toilet. What are you supposed to have? They say his cell has an overhead light preventing him from sleeping. Well, he need to take the bulb out. Man, this is what it is. And I think, and basically the lawyers used it to get him a bond. But we know it's not going to work because that's how these things work. Y'all already know that. So that's why they say, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You already know. You already know what come with the game. Dead or in jail. You take it how it come. Get it how you live. Also, Gunna, for those who just pulled up, Gunna is going through withdrawals and he's sick and ill because he said out his own mouth that he had a heavy codeine addiction. Now, don't forget, allegedly, Young Thug got caught with 31 bottles. They went to his crib the other day, found 31 bottles of promethazine, codeine, lean, and guns and a bunch of weed. That ain't the point. The point is, Gunna, he got a song. He got a song where he speaks about his codeine addiction. He speaks in a song about how dudes from his hood shoot up or they shot up. And Gunna is said to be having a drug problem, you know, as he raps about his drug addiction in his hit song, Codeine. And for those that don't know, codeine consists, or lean consists of codeine and hydrocodone, promethazine, things like that. Hydrocodone is another form of an opioid. So when you hear about the opioid pandemic, it's niggas hooked on lean, it's niggas hooked on Percocets, it's niggas hooked on dog food, Roxy's, Oxycontins. Those are all opioids. Same shit, just different forms. And they also are lacing all of those drugs with fentanyl that I call Fetty Wap, that's making niggas OD. So once they got niggas hooked, or should I say niggas got they self hooked on the opioids, now they got opioids mixed with other things, so you OD and be out of here. So when we see Gunna in this picture, he looks sick. Not just, he might just be sick because he's facing 150 years. But he also is sick because he was hooked on lean. And if you've been taking lean and opioids for years and years and years and years, you got to go 2-3 days without it, cold turkey. Yes, you're going to get sick. You're going to be ill. So that's why he looks ill. And like I said, when you got money, you can hide your junkie behavior. What's a junkie? A junkie is a person that has an overwhelming indulgence in drugs. Some people that do drugs on occasion is called partying. So you hear somebody say, oh, you want to party? Oh, I like to party. When they use the terminology, party means doing a little bit of drugs here and there. But then after the party, they go back to living their normal life. A junkie is a person that has to get high every day. That's the difference in a junkie. That's a fact. Let me run through the chat. Salute Rondell. She say Gunna look like basically he about to tell on everybody. And a lot of time that's what junkies do, because they be sick. And not only that, that's just what they do, period. You facing 150 years alone to make you sick. And we gotta remember, Gunna already told on a dude that killed his homeboy. He was already on crime line in Atlanta, Georgia, years ago before he even came out. We had a regular haircut. He was already getting ridiculed for snitching on a crime line on TV. So we know he wasn't even facing 150 years before. So if he's facing 150 now, man, common sense. What you think he gonna do now? Man, it ain't hard to tell. But it is what it is. But he's sick because he's going through withdrawal. He's ill, right? And he was just basically a junkie that can function with a lot of money. When you have money, you could hide your junkie behavior. You got so much money, you'll never go broke. Whitney Houston, get it? Ain't no way in hell you can smoke a whole brick of crack in one day and not die. You see? So you can have enough money to buy a whole bunch of drugs. Ain't no way in hell you gonna smoke a whole pound in a day. Get it? So the more money you got, you can sustain your habit. But my point is, some people are literally junkies. And because they can go shop at the Gucci store, man, they still can go in the bathroom and put a needle in their arm, or, they still can do a whole 8-ball of coke and be straight because they fresh to death. They fly. They're going to jump in the Lambo and still sniff some dope while they're sitting in the Lambo. And them niggas do that. They do the same thing every day. You got some niggas. We seen Megan Thee Stallion drinking that Henny out the bottle. She got a song talking about it. But people don't understand, when you drink out of bottles at a high rate every day, that's considered an alcoholic. I don't care who you are. If you drink out of a bottle every day, or we know for a fact it's alcoholics that what? They get sick if they can't get that liquor. We know some alcoholics what? They sleep with that liquor by the bed. They need a beer. It's right by the bed. They got to drink before they go to sleep. They drink when they wake up. That's an alcoholic. Don't matter how much money you got. Don't matter. We know people that go to work. They got to take that shot at work and on lunch break. We know these things. That's an alcoholic. That's a functioning alcoholic. Alcoholic don't mean you a bum in front of the store begging for change. Alcoholic is a person that drinks every day. As I was told, it's called bending your elbow. If you bend your elbow every day, you're considered an alcoholic. If you drinking out the bottle. I ain't just saying, okay, you take a little shot, you know, you get off work, take a little shot here and there. No, when you bust up bottles every day of liquor, you are alcoholic. That's just what it is. When you got split personalities, you live a regular life, you know, when you sober, you snobby. When you drink that liquor, you all friendly and happy. When you got two personalities, you're an alcoholic. The same thing with drug heads. You got drug heads when they high, man, they your best friend, man. They funny to be around. Be around them when they can't get their drug. They'll turn on you. Sometimes they'll put hands on you. They wild out. They grumpy because they ain't got the drugs. It's called addiction. That's why when you got an addiction, they call you what? Sick. And you got to go get help because you go through withdrawals. You go through certain mind states when you addicted. See, it's a difference. You got partying, you got an addiction. People that party, they do certain things every now and then. They drink on occasion. They might get high on occasion. They turn up and then they go back to their normal life. It don't affect them. They're not grumpy during the weekday because they ain't had no drink. But a person that's addicted, they don't even know how to have fun because all they do is chase getting high. That's why addicts are the most miserable people. When they drink, they want to argue, fight. When they get high, they want to be, you understand? Those are addicts. An addict is a person that can't even enjoy they damn high. And they miserable. They miserable when they high, when they ain't high. They just miserable. They just love the drug. That's it. They don't love human life. They love to be high. That's a junkie. Get it? It's a difference. So when we see Gunna looking ill and sick, man, that man is ill and sick. He going through it. And hopefully he'll be all right. But he'll be all right after a couple of days. He'll be back. But that's why we say we don't know if he's really sick from facing all them years. But that's the situation with Gunna, y'all. And, you know, that's the situation with Young Thug. And like I said, it's Sunday, episode 174. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. But this whole thing is unraveling, and it's just a sign of what's already going on in the street. That's why I don't care what city you in America, what hood you in. I bet you 9 times out of 10, somebody from your city, your town, your hood, they've been indicted lately because it's indictment season. You got the holiday season, you got indictment season. That's how it go. That's the American way. So all this stuff against Young Thug is going to be used against him, and he don't know who within his team is telling. And one thing he should have never did was use that slime color for his record label. Because some of the dudes in the street pushing the gang, they call themselves Young Slime Life. So when you see the slime, he's showing the slime affiliation, which is incrimination. That's how they can use this picture right here and say, this is the gang right here. This part of the gang. That's what they use in the court of law, man. So he should have never used them initials YSF for his label. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you have to separate your brands. That's just how it works. People don't understand the game and nobody put them on. That's all I'm telling you. So that's where we at with it. You know, they went to the top of the charts. They're at the top of the charts right now. They was trending. And like I said, this right here is Young Thug showing love to a 14-year-old that was at his concert. The boy knew his lyrics word for word, and he pulled them on the stage. And like I said, as far as we know, Young Thug could be a victim of having a big heart and just doing too much. And once again, let me repeat what it was said. He said on the wiretap, allegedly. Now, what he said on the wiretap, it is not proof of him giving no hits or no orders or telling somebody to go kill somebody, but they're going to use it against him in the court of law. And allegedly, not only, you know, if somebody might be telling on him and they've been watching him, but allegedly they have him saying on a wiretap, y'all ain't beat him up or shoot him yet. Y'all ain't shoot him yet. Y'all niggas are soft. And allegedly he was talking to his own people, allegedly. But this is what they use trying to say this man sent out hits. And that is not proof. That's street terminology, like I said. That's all I'm saying. It don't mean he was just asking a question. That don't mean he was giving a hit. Giving a hit is a statement, an order. Asking a question is something different. So this all alleged information, but they're trying to use all this against him as well as his lyrics. And they're also using the shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus. They're trying to put that on Young Thug too. So it is what it is. All they're going to say is free Young Thug, and that's it. They're going to use him for clout. And he's the head honcho that's sitting behind the cell. So let this be a lesson. This is how America works. All right? Do your own thing. That's it. Help those who need to be helped. But also, the number one thing is it's okay to stay behind the scenes. It's okay to get low. You don't got to be in front of everybody, be around everyone. That's all I'm saying. This is my opinion. Episode 174, we did it again Sunday morning. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Salute to the bro call-outs for taking the time to pull up and support the bro. If you haven't already, you go subscribe to call-outs. You did? Salute to all my content creators that be on their grind. They do what they do. And like I said, we got to understand this is just entertainment. Some of y'all want to be gang online. Y'all want to be criminals and gangsters online. So therefore, a lot of you going to be incriminated and you're going to be incarcerated and you're going to be a victim of your own stupidity. These are their airwaves. These are their platforms. Some of y'all love to embrace street behavior when a lot of us, we trying to get out the streets. Some people still got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But some of y'all want to play. So to each his own. And I also say that what? I don't take this serious. I'm not mad at nobody. I don't got no beef with nobody. I don't care about none of this. When it's shut down, life continues. But at the same time, I'm a man. I stand alone, and I'm going to do what I got to do what's best for my brand. And another thing I noticed, y'all all going to understand this. Y'all all you going to see the same thing. You see? You got people that's not going to support you or salute you when you're doing right. But you'll notice sometime when the beef and the smoke and the drama occurs, that's when everybody wants they want to befriend you and salute you. You see? I got people that tell me to dead certain situations, and then I got certain people that like to keep pushing it. And this is how you know who's who in the world we're in. Because wherever it's chaos and beef, that's how the snakes slide in. But when shit is calm, like when the grass is cut, what? The snakes, they gonna show. The snakes don't come in the grass when it's cut. The snakes don't come around when shit is cool and clean. They come around when shit is dirty and corrupted. That's how the snakes move. They're not gonna salute you when you're doing good. They're not gonna come amongst you. But when you start fucking up, they're always gonna come to pull up. They're always gonna come to support you. So that's also my word, is watch for the snakes. And my thing is this: I stand alone. I'm talking about life. And at the same time, I'm a man of my own circumstance, my own consequences. So I said today is the day I'm drawing a line. If we family, we family. If we not, we not. But I'm not dealing with playing sides. I don't play sides. Niggas got to pick sides and choose. Matter of fact, I'm going to choose my side and stay to myself. That's even better. You did? Because I ain't worried about what size another nigga choose. I'm going to choose my side. And then I'm going to put my fence up and I'm going to do my own thing around my own house. That's how it works. And just because I put a gate around my house, it don't mean I got beef with you and I don't like you. I'm just putting a gate around my house that says, do not enter, do not come on the property. That's it. Don't mean I got no smoke with nobody. And like I said, all this for entertainment purposes only. Some of y'all be taking it too far. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I done went back and forth, but at the end of the day, I told you, I don't hate no man, and I ain't got no real smoke in no man because it ain't real life. And yes, we do entertain the BS. And that's also part of our ignorance. I could say when I entertain BS, I'm being ignorant. I'm being stupid. You dig? I'm talking about myself. Because why? I know better. So when I got people telling me to leave certain stuff alone, I got to G-check myself and say, you know what? You is playing yourself, nigga. But then you got some people, man, they encourage the bullshit. They like that shit. They love it. Because some people like to cheer you on to your own self-destruction. They like to push you to your own downfall. That's what some people do. I'm telling you what I know. Y'all all know this. When you doing the right thing, it's people that will go out their way not to acknowledge nothing you doing. They act like they don't see it. They act like they don't know nothing. Soon as some drama happen, what's wrong? You all right? They right there. When the beef cook, or when they think of some bullshit, they right there. That's how America works. That's how the game works. So my point is this. I'm going to keep doing what I do, and I advise everybody else to keep doing what you do. Because sometimes you got to, I told you, you know who your family is, not when you're around them every day. You know what your family do when you ain't around. You know who your peoples is on how they conduct shit when you ain't around. Do they talk about you behind your back? Do they big you up? Do they make you look good? Do they make you look bad? You see? You judge your peoples by how they act when you ain't around, not by when they're in your face every day. Because niggas gonna smile and laugh in your face every day, but that shit don't mean nothing. It's what they do when you ain't around. What? Like what? When you in jail, that's when you see. Don't we know that's how you see who your real niggas is? When you in jail. Or sometime when you dead. That's the sad part. Or just basically when you ain't around. And sometimes, guess what I do? I fake like I ain't around to see how niggas gonna act. But the whole time I'm around, I got eyes and ears. So I act like I ain't around because I know how to get low. It's called bury the bone for my niggas that know. Bury the bone, get low, nigga. I know how to, I'm a master of getting low. So sometimes I get low, disappear, and act like I don't know nothing. But the whole time I know everything. That's why I told people you gotta be a wise man to play the part of a fool. But a fool could never play the part of a wise man. Also, we know it's also the saying what? You gotta play a sucker to catch a sucker. So my point is this: instead of me trying to play a sucker, I'm gonna leave a sucker alone. That's it. I don't play them games. But some of y'all like to play them games, and some of y'all like to use them 48 laws of power. And that's why I already told y'all the 48 laws of power will get your ass killed. The 48 laws of power. Let me make this clear. The 48 laws of power are for you to know when somebody trying to use it on you. The 48 laws of power are not to be applied to other people. That's how you get killed. Because you're trying to use the 48 laws of power and you don't even know. I might have read that book back and forth 10 times. And everything you're trying to do, I already know what you're doing. You don't even know. I'm a grown-ass man, but I've been playing chess since a teenager. See? You don't even know. My pops might have taught me to play chess when I was 9 years old. I know which pieces move which way. I know how the king move. I know how the queen move. I know what a pawn is. I know what the knight is. I know how the bishop moves. You dig? So that's why it's a saying within that book say, know who you dealing with. Know who you playing with. And that's why a lot of people die. That's why a lot of people suffer, because they like to play, but they don't know who they playing with. And what's the second thing? They didn't read the manual to the book. They don't understand. And these are the people that watch other people and try to be like you and emulate what you do, but they can't do it because they ain't read the book. They ain't got the master key to unlock the door. See, remember, some of us, we do things, we make it look so good. We make anybody think they can do what we do because we do it so good. But when you sit back, you see they can't do shit. I'm talking about winning right now. I'm talking about winning. When you see a nigga that's winning because he put that work in. When you see a nigga hitting that three-point shot, that nigga was in the gym. When you see that boxer knock that nigga out, that nigga was working on his hands. But when you see a nigga go in the ring and get knocked the fuck out, because that nigga ain't been putting in no work. When you see a nigga in the game, he's shooting brick after brick, missing layups, that nigga ain't been practicing. He ain't put in no work. He just on a team that made him look good. You did? You see? Yeah, Jordan got 6 rings, but it was niggas on the bench that got rings that ain't really do shit. You got Steve Kerr's. Niggas did a little something, but they ain't. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So even within every team, yeah, niggas get the ring, but they ain't put the work in. They were just on the team. And some niggas, guess what? They're cool with being on the team. See? They're cool with being on the team, but remember, the star gets all the blame. You see? Young Thug getting all the blame because he was the star of the team. And now niggas don't want to be around him. So there's many examples within this case because this shit play out in real life. But my point is of the day, and it's a Sunday special. What up, Pone? I see you. All my people that's here, and y'all know who I rock with, you understand that I got 100% love, and I don't do no fake shit, and I don't do no snake shit. You dig? Anybody that don't like me, that's cool with me. But nigga, we could draw the line. I got my fence. You got your fence over there. Guess what? I ain't coming on your property. You don't come on my property, and we Gucci. That's it. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody need to draw their own line and put their own fence up and handle their business. That's it. I don't care about what another man doing his back. I don't care about you having a cookout in your backyard. I don't care this nigga over here painting the house. I don't care if this house got a party. I got what I got going on in my own crib. Some of you niggas, you like to go from house to house to house to house to house, and then you want to talk about what's going on everywhere. And I'm telling you niggas, if you got any snake agenda, you better stay the fuck away from me. That's what I'm saying right now here today. I'm drawing the line for no fame. You did episode 174. I'm telling you what it is. I will continue to keep doing what I do. I got a plan. And the plan I got is to help my people get to the next level, or at the same time, or collaborate, or I don't care. If one day we all become great and certain people got to come together to free some people, that's what we're going to do. But all other than that, man, all you dust eaters, aka you snakes, you niggas stay where you at because we crushing heads. So salute to everybody that put that work in. I'm talking about on their grind, on their hustle, niggas that don't deal in emotions, people that take care of their family, people that always trying to make a way that's great for themselves. Man, salute to y'all. But a lot of y'all, the rest of y'all that indulge in fuckery, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, your time is ticking, your clock is ticking, and you ain't as smart and you ain't as slick as you think you is. And I'm also going to say, thou shalt not provoke. When you understand what that means, you won't play around and keep provoking people. Thou shalt not provoke. Also, it's called know when to fall back. Because even when you put a rat in a corner, that rat is going to try to bite you. You try to put a squirrel in the corner, that squirrel will attack you. I don't care. You put anybody in a corner, they will get at you. So that's why I know I might put somebody in a corner, but at the same time, I know how to let them escape. It's called falling back. But some dudes, they go too far and they force people's hand to make a move. So that's all I'm saying. Hurry up and die. Salute, bro. Salute to the bros. John Shapp, all y'all in here. Salute. And my thing is this. I ain't saying nothing new. I ain't saying nothing special. A lot of y'all smart. Y'all got eyes to see, ears to hear. You dig? Y'all know what's going on. Everybody's not solid. That which is solid does not change. Right or wrong. You stand on what you stand on. Even if you got to get knocked down, you stand on what you stand on. I'm going to speak the gospel because niggas forgot their way and they think because what they keep saying out their mouth make them real. No, it doesn't. Your actions are not solid. You're all over the place. You like gas. You like a liquid. You all over the place. You a mess. That which is solid will remain solid. I'm talking about 24K. I'm talking about diamonds. You ain't getting no more solid than that. So my people that know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Queen of Detroit, what's up? So that's my spill. Hopefully everybody got the point, got the message. So what I'm going to do is push forward and keep doing what I do. But understand this. All of this is entertainment. This is not real. It's entertainment. And I'm going to tell y'all again, stop taking this shit too far, all right? Because what you're doing is playing and you're wasting your time. So salute to everybody in the building. I'm going to run through it one more time and we out. Period. Y'all definitely enjoy y'all Sunday. And I'll be back again tomorrow. But anyway, right? Gunna is going through withdrawal. He's sick as a dog. He can't get no more of that codeine, that lean, that scissor, and he going through. He's ill, and he's facing 150 years. Ain't lost his girl, Chloe Bailey. So as of now, he will not be getting no PUSS. You know what? Sick. Young Thug, he look like he holding his head up a little better. But they say he's being held in dungeon-like conditions and inhumane conditions. They also said they got him on a wiretap, which I think was a phone call recorded, and they always gonna put it on a wiretap, but really it was a recorded phone call. I ain't stupid, allegedly. Somebody recorded this conversation. And they using that against him. And all he asked was, did the person get beat up or did y'all shoot him yet? That's it. Allegedly. They ain't say he ain't get no shot. He ain't get no order. But we did hear niggas on the wiretap giving orders, talking about super violate. That's an order. Anyway, enough of that. They was at the top of the billboard doing their thing. Young Thug was showing love to the kids, all of that. That's why in this game, you heard the saying, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. You all the way in or you all the way out. And once you get your money right, you got to get out. Y'all saw Carlito's way. The whole purpose was he was trying to get out the game. And when he tried to get out the game, what happened? His ass got smoked by Benny Blanco from the Bronx. As soon as he tried to get out, he got smoked. You got to know when to get out. Man, so many lessons was taught, but y'all ain't pick up on the lessons. Also, Lil Keed is resting in peace. He was another artist with the label. And the label put this out right here. YSL is a family. YSL is a label. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. It's not a gang. It's not a criminal organization. It's not a street gang. It's not a mob. And this is YSL for those that don't know. Young Stoner Life. So where they all gonna be at now? Let's see what they're gonna do. I did see one of the girls one of the girls on the label, allegedly, that's supposed to be Young Thug's girl, allegedly. She did a show yesterday and she had the shirt that said Free Thug. That's all they're gonna do. Sick. They don't want to do that time. But it is what it is. So salute all y'all for supporting, all y'all for pulling up. Once again, we did it again. I'm gonna run through the chat. I'm gonna slide out of here. Y'all know how I do. Salute to y'all. Episode 174 on this Sunday. Miss Deja, I already know, always supporting. Salute Miss Deja. You got jokes too. Tiptoe through the Turners. What's up? Miss Jackie, what's up, Miss Jackie? Go on to Miss Jackie. Thank you for always sending me your blessings every day, Miss Jackie. Thank you very much. Also, Sassy, I appreciate you, Miss Sassy, always supporting. And y'all need to leave Sassy alone. A lot of y'all dudes need to stop adding females in my chat. You can do what you want to do. But I'm just telling you, the stuff some of y'all keep doing, you keep making yourself be presented as a stalker and a weirdo when they told you they don't want to be bothered. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of you niggas need to get that hate out your chest. Because that hate ain't going to get you nowhere. You can hate on a nigga all day. But guess what? You can't stop a man from making his moves. That's just reality. No matter what you say, look, you can't turn people's family against them. You can say whatever. When you got family, your family always going to be there for you. When you ain't got no family, you're going to be by yourself. This is how it works. I built a family over here. That's what I did. And I suggest you do the same. Hunter Rizzo, what up, bro? Thomas Reese. John Shaft. My nigga call-outs. Y'all already know. Like I said, me and call-outs chop it up. We ain't chop it up in a minute because we've been working, but we will chop it up. We chops it up. So that's all you got to know. Salute to Brooklyn as well. Salute to the town. Salute to the jungle. Salute to the whole 5 boroughs. You dig? And I stay out of Bronx politics. Let me make that clear. I stay out of Bronx politics. I stay out of Queens politics. I stay out of Uptown. I stay out of all politics. Man, I even stay out of Brooklyn politics. I mind my business. One thing I do is stay out of niggas' business. Stay the fuck out of grown man business. I know you was taught that as a kid. Some of you niggas always in other niggas' business, and you ain't got no business at all. That's all I'm saying. So if you ain't about no entertainment, you ain't about grinding, you ain't about putting in that work, I don't know what to tell you. Queen of Detroit, salute to the D. The Detroit players, hustlers, and gangsters, and the hard workers. You dig? Salute to the whole Midwest. Down south and East Coast. Vlad Riot, we on that overseas flow. What up? My man, hurry up and die. What up, bro? You already know. NYC be in this. All the time. Ken Thompson was good. That's right. Yeah, let me touch on that. I mean, yeah, I saw how dude did shoot up the supermarket, man. And they said what? He shot up in an urban area. The urban supermarket, you know, they're trying to say it was a race shooting. I gotta look more into it because I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just gotta look, you know. I like to get the breaking news, and then I like to watch a little bit more details spill out and see what's really going on. But one thing I learned too, all you gotta do is study. You'll see every year around this time before the summer, some type of mass event take place. Always happens. Some type of mass something. This is America, y'all. You got to get used to this stuff. It's what it is. And y'all know, people that listen to me, you know, I always say that you can go to the supermarket and get caught slipping. But that's what I'm telling you. Now stuff goes down in the place you least expect it. That's how it works. Remember, you could be in the hood and be on point on that happen. As soon as you go somewhere you think you good, that's when you get caught slipping at, man. That's how it always works. You get caught when your guards are down, not when they up. That's how it always happens. Because you remember, like I said, just like nighttime. Nighttime, you're already on point. You grippy, you ready. But in the daytime, you lax. That's when you get killed in the day. Man, that's how this thing works, man. Other than that, man, this is a disclaimer. It's an American thing, man. Oh, man, bro. I ain't want to put that up. I don't know what might have happened, bro. You feel me? I'm trying to tell them, man. I'm trying to tell these dudes. Other than that, man, salute to everybody doing their thing. Salute to everybody that pulled up, that showed me love. What up, the bro Wax Dog? What's popping, homie? 1090 boy, where you been at, bro? What's good? Y'all already know how I do. Other than that, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank everybody for catching the replay. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you didn't already. And like I said, you can share it on any platform. It ain't just got to be on YouTube. Share it, or you can tell a friend to tell a friend that over here, I'm going to talk what's real. You know what I'm saying? I got some bros going to put the content out. They're going to give you the news flash, and I'm going to be the one to break it down. So all this work together. You dig? And it's my opinion. So American Links, what up, bro? Y'all already know. The Chicks 1000, what's good? I ain't see you in a minute neither. Other than that, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. You dig? For No Fame Live, episode 174. And I'm up out of here. Enjoy your Sunday. And I'll be back tomorrow morning. And I'm Ghost 1.